Vancouver.mediacoop.ca.
Anticapitalista! Anticapitalista! Anticapitalista!
You know, I think anyone who was at the protest yesterday realized that it was a different dynamic. It was more family friendly. Today was advertised as being different. Obviously, it was a bit more militant. It was a bit more aggressive. It was to disrupt the games, and I think we've accomplished that.
So we're here basically just saying, you know, women for Olympic resistance, women in solidarity with Olympic resistance, women in solidarity with direct action.
We're here as the official Olympics cleanup crew. We're here to take care of the incredible damage that the Olympics has caused on communities here in BC and beyond, and to resist corporatization of our communities, and to resist Olympics on stolen native land and the expropriation of public resources for private benefit. Well, we're at the Heart Attack March, and our plan is to shut the city down this morning.
We've been doing outreach for many years, for over 5 years, about how this money could be better spent elsewhere on housing instead of for a party and for the security budget. Anyone that has a heart has to be concerned about what's happening in the city, in the downtown east side, and just in general with people not being able to afford homes, and the economy just doesn't serve everyone. It serves a very specific few.
We want to defend social services that will offer people a chance maybe to become Olympians without having to, you know, work 8 jobs.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah. But the government has better things to do with their money, like $1 billion for police here, or $6 billion for games-related construction there, and it's a shame.
It was supposed to be the greenest games ever. They destroyed one of the most pristine, sensitive environments in the province, Eagle Ridge Bluffs.
Not to mention the fleet of SUVs.
Absolutely, absolutely. You'll see one guy from IOC or VANOC driving around in a, you know, a van that's got the carbon footprint of a building. I mean, it's just, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. It's such a farce. For goodness sake, they've been having to helicopter in snow.
Yes.
What do you think the carbon footprint of a helicopter going 7, 8, 9, 10 times a day to fly in snow? It's farcical. It's comical. I mean, it would be really funny if it wasn't so sad, and if there weren't so many people who were suffering as a result of it.
I can't stand by while people's rights are crushed, while our education is foregone, while all our medical services, our social services are foregone so that we can pay for a party. And if people want to party while we protest, they can party social injustice. It sounds like a freaking hell of a show.
The protest was trying to blockade the road, Denman and Georgia, to prevent traffic from moving along the Lions Gate Bridge to the Sea to Sky Highway, to essentially shut down the games, or at least shut down a major artery.
I mean, a few folks got a bit more militant, a bit more aggressive. That was to be expected. It was that was kind of the point. People are mad, exactly. And you know, it was kind of interesting to watch. We were getting funneled over the course of the day, and it was you know, the police presence was increasing. At the beginning, it was just a few bike cops. At the end, it was riot police with you know, armed to the teeth with the tear gas shotguns and the whole 9 yards.
One, pick it up!
Obviously there was a diversity of tactics. There was a lot of things that happened, and strategically, whether it's good or bad, I don't know. If you look at the stores in the industries that had their windows smashed, If you actually look at their history of what they've done, the Hudson's Bay Company exactly, it was the original government of this land. It was instrumental in bringing smallpox to the local people, and policing the fur trade, and the genocide that happened. Something like 90% of the people that lived here were taken out, and so Hudson's Bay has a hand in that.
I think we actually lasted a lot longer than we thought we would. I think that for the most part, when we were more or less invisible to the greater part of Vancouver, it was going really well. We had our signs out, we had everything going, and they knew they had to stop us. They were waiting for us, and they did their job.
Today at various points throughout the march, but they've got the riot squad out in full force. There's been some reports of violence and no chemical weapons yet, but apparently they do have them ready to go if they're needed. But so far just the 5, and people I think are still in the streets and holding the streets, which is the best part. I think some of the arrests themselves are really quite violent. The young woman who was arrested first, it was a pretty serious takedown. I mean, I witnessed it, other people witnessed it too, so I think that was a little bit problematic, and we'll see how that shakes out. Well, we're still in the west end of Vancouver, and right now we're having an impromptu street party. We haven't managed to block the route to Whistler, which was the intended goal of the march apparently. But right now we're holding it and having a bit of a street party, and just to say you can have a party without spending $8 billion. So.
Police brutality, and no one's actually talking about what they're protesting.
But that's because that's the way the media covers it. We've actually had press conferences, there's newsletters that put out, there's websites. People are trying to get that message across, and it doesn't get across.
Move on to the street, please! Move on to the street! Move on to the street, guys! Move on! The whole world is watching! The whole world is watching! The whole world is watching! Let them go! 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 Ryan! What the fuck, motherfucker? Stay back! Stay back! Stay back!
Vancouver.mediaco.ca